Welcome back. This video is going to continue on with the criminal activity within my own family case. But what I do is I try and make it interesting so that people understand that there is no way that you can escape this torture chamber called the killer family courts. Yeah, I call them the killer family courts, and I will explain to you that they do kill people. But that's in another video. Let's proceed. Alright, you can pause these screenshots to have a complete look, but I'm going to just run through these very quickly. My question is to the Federal Attorney General, does the fish stink from the head down? So you've got your lawyers, they become barristers, become magistrates, become chief justices, and then some of those, they become complaint commissioners, and then your state and federal ombudsman, and then your governor general, state and federal government representatives. And some of those become state attorney generals, and then one becomes federal attorney general. All those, they direct information to the state and federal police, and the state and federal police are the ones who actually do all the arrests and criminal crimes for the citizens of citizenship sheep of Australia. Now your complaint commissioners, in my case, tried there, no luck at all. They just give you letters after letters saying, oh, you know, they got limited powers, you know, the usual gumph, you know, hands are tied. And who makes that law? A federal attorney general. Then you got your state ombudsmans. No, they don't deal in family law matters, and they can't investigate judges or fraud on the court. And it's the federal attorney general who makes those laws. Then you got your state government, separation of powers. They can't act, and then I think 1972 they couldn't handle appeals or anything like that in Australia, and they can't direct you police to investigate or intervene, and it's the federal attorney general. Then you got your state and federal ombudsmans. Now they can't investigate magistrates, can't deal with any illegal activity, fraud on the court, and it's the federal attorney general who makes this. And then you got your torture victims of Australia, and then there is no such organisation that deals with torture or legal bullies, and it's the federal attorney general. Then you got your federal attorney general, and you try and contact him. No. And then he has got the Commonwealth State and Director of Public Prosecutions. You can't contact them as a citizen. You've got to be a court or a police officer to actually get it to them. And so, yep, your stuff there. So who deals with the criminal behaviour? State level, no one. Federal level, no one. And does the judges have to obey the law? No. Here's the structure. You've got the low dubies, which is in the Federal Magistrates Court. Then you've got your family court, Supreme Court, High Court. Supreme Court, High Court, you've got to have thousands and thousands of dollars. So the thing is by the time they take your house and everything else, well, you know, you're stuffed. But yeah, you're supposed to have, you know, 3-day hearings, no criminal activity in a Federal Magistrates Court. Mine's 8 days, 20 minutes. The children's lawyer only listened to the mother. I was on there for 90% of the time. But then you can appeal that and try to appeal, but the thing is you've got to have big bucks. So if you're on the dole, you actually don't have to pay anything for appeal. So basically, and also advise your federal member that you're not paying taxes whilst there's fraud on the court, and I've explained that reasons why in the previous. And just say that the Aster versus Huang case, that you understand that you don't need to advise them anything of your case and reasons why, because they will not do anything and act anyway. So does the magistrate have to write court orders? No. Magistrate doesn't have to write court orders. It's been almost 3 months now and there's been no court orders. Can you appeal? Well, no, not without court orders for the first 3 months. So you got to suffer in silence, right, while these people torture you. And we'll go on with the torture next in more videos. Can you have your own lawyer who doesn't work as a children's lawyer or a family court lawyer? No, he'll be given a bill of $9,900 and kicked out. Can you appeal? Well, this is the thing. We're going to do a video on the head peanut because I've video recorded him and the illegal activity there of the judge actually only giving 1 day's worth of court orders, and then his job is to reject it. So we're going to skip through that. You can pause it and have a read yourself, but we're going to do a video on that. So we're going to move on and talk about my case. Mediation conferences are done by Legal Aid here in Australia. Now, these are kept secret. The reason is because the unbiased, which we know is biased, the children's lawyer, they can't be told if one party is being biased, and so or unfair, or that there is illegal activity happening there. You've got to keep it all secret. And the reason is because they like to prolong these cases as long as possible. Okay, let's move on. Now, before court, as I said, we have to do these conferences. And so I thought I was smart, and I actually wrote to them and said, well, since it's secret and we're not allowed to talk about what's said and discussed in the conference, I wanted to know that if Fiona was going to get some time with me before court, and if they agree to some time. And after I said I won't go to the conference if basically they're going to be unreasonable. Anyway, I bet she didn't like that. Anyway, she wrote this letter back, and she said that I could only see my daughter unless supervised. And she'll explain that in the conference. And I wrote back and I was going, well, why? I've had overnight contacts before. What's going on? And the idea is so that you're totally destroyed. One party's got to be totally destroyed for them to make money out of this and not expose them. But anyway, and then they said that they will arrange contacts and that there's a cost involved. They didn't tell me that I had to pay it, but yeah, they'll let that slide. But what happened was the Logan Contact Centre, where they actually wanted me to go, it was the only contact centre that had a 3-month waiting list. Now, I didn't know about the other contact centres, and the thing was I didn't care if I had to see my daughter behind stained glass windows. At that stage, I was desperate to see my daughter. In the conference, we know the illegalities there. So they broke the contract. They broke it, and they refused to see it. And she's got a very smart lawyer. Anyway, what happened was the mother cancelled her mobile phone. And so that way, when the organisers tried to contact the mother, they couldn't because she had cancelled her mobile phone. And the thing was I asked for the mobile phone number so that I could retrieve, subpoena the phone number and the phone record, because she lied and said, she only just cancelled it, sort of thing. And all these type of things, we've had a final hearing, but basically they get away with this type of thing. Anyway, so I never saw my daughter for 8 months. 8 months, basically, because of their breach of contract with me, and I accepted that proposal, and we both agreed to actually do this, and we had both rung the contact centre, and yet, this is all part of how to destroy you and kill you. See, they're very, very clever in the courts. What it is I threw the envelope, and basically, that was my domestic violence, and the police, they also did a domestic violence on the mother, that she was waving around knives, and they didn't write on it that they pointed it at herself. She was actually holding my daughter. And it was only until the court hearing that the mother goes, oh, that my daughter was on her back. And it was a case of, they hadn't contested anything that I'd written for 3 years, and then all of a sudden, oh, she's on her back, and all, this type of rubbish. But what they did was very, very clever. The mother's lawyer, she was the one who actually did the domestic violence orders in the state courts, and then she was also for the federal courts. But what she did was she actually raise these 10 orders, that I'm not allowed to go 10 metres away from anywhere near my ex-partner. And I'm thinking, what the hell is this? Why are they sending these? And I couldn't understand it. And the mother was trying to get me on to go on a bike ride, because I always had a witness when she used to come to the house, because I didn't trust her. Anyway, so I was taking Fiona in the car, and so the mother hops in, right? And I only just received these 10 orders without any reasons why they were raised. And so I took her straight down to the police station, and I got the police to actually witness it. Anyway, the police said, oh, look, they do this in family court all the time. It's all part of all part of the fun and games. They said, we can't do anything about it. And so, yeah, they witnessed. And so then, of course, because I took her down to the police station, her lawyer decided to cancel those 10 additional requests. That's how corrupt these people are. We had Father's Day here around about 2 months ago, and basically the judge was saying, oh, are you going to send the father birthday cards? A load of rubbish. And basically, she's only sent me birthday cards once, and I'll show you that the photograph of my daughter. And she says, oh, I sent him a photo of her. Yeah, like rubbish. And it says here, the willingness to encourage Fiona's relationship with John. I mean, they broke the orders in the agreements beforehand. That was ignored by the courts. This is all a case of to destroy one parent, so that way there's no problem. If you can kill them off, it's good. So they show a willingness, and she reckons she encouraged in saying, oh, we're going to see Daddy, and Fiona's excited. We're going to see Daddy, and smiling. So I complied, and she reckons she complied with the court orders. Rubbish. And I'll explain. As soon as we had court, she was ordered that I was to, because of the fraud of putting false police claims, and that was in the last video, I actually had to see my daughter in a contact centre. So the judge ordered that I was to see my daughter at 2 contact centres, and and then when I complained that the mother wasn't complying with the court orders, all the lawyer did was go and ignored the court orders. But yeah, they'll lie about that too. So basically everything that's there on that page, just for a starter, never happened. And the schooling, well, I even court ordered to actually be able to know about my daughter's schooling, has been denied by the mother. All medical records have been denied by the mother. It's all fabricated. Yeah, the photograph, that was what I was received for Father's Day when I hadn't seen my daughter for 9 months or 8 months, a bit over 8 months, and that's a photograph of the mother. See, the children's lawyer ran away from this case when they realised that that it was the mother's lawyer who was actually committing the criminal act. So instead of exposing it, she ran away. But one thing she did do is she wrote this lovely letter, and she said, your allegations are serious and should be put into the appropriate authority as well. What authorities are those? But if they'll investigate, yeah. Which ones? What? If the police or child safety? No. She knows that the police and that they don't do anything. But anyway, and then the mother said that she, will make sure that information's released. Well, no, it doesn't happen. And the thing is instead of exposing it to the courts, She ran away, and then I get an arsehole of a children's lawyer.